Pranam Acharya ji.
Ji.
Acharya ji, as you mentioned, it was Arjuna who stood in front of Krishna like a naked baby standing in front of his mother. Arjuna is about emotional outbursts of a lot of emotions such as humility, openness, surrender, trust, and total giving up to all his resistance. So my question is there a disciple who eliminates his masqueraded identity by exhibiting these emotions? Or is it that the emphasis is on teacher's grace and that his teachings flow freely to the disciple who's ready to receive them with an open heart and mind?
What is it that you are trying to ask? Explain it very simply, as you would explain to a 5-year-old or something. I don't have any IQ beyond that anyway. So.
There are two aspects of it here. One is the outpouring of all the emotions coming from Arjuna. And Arjun is really open to have the Gita poured onto him by Krishna.
Arjun does not know that the Gita is on its way. Arjun is just haplessly expressing his situation to Krishna. Arjun does not know what's going to come next. Yes, so that's one thing. Next.
Correct. And Krishna, as an ardent teacher, he is willing. He sees the student in him, and he is willing to give him the knowledge of the Gita, and it actually shows the grace of Krishna. So the question is Krishna's grace versus Arjuna's willingness to surrender in front of Krishna. Which one is better in comparison, or which one is the one which seems to be more?
No, the question should be which one is relevant to you. What will you do by inquiring about Krishna's grace? That's Krishna's prerogative, right? Krishna will take care of his grace if he has to offer grace. Whatever he has to do, we do not know what grace is. We do not know who Krishna is. How does it concern us to go into matters of his grace? What is it that's in your control? Your own preparation, your own willingness. So take care of that. Let Krishna take care of his own things. Krishna is, I suppose, capable of that. We have to take care of our own situation. And that's a lot to take care of. Do we have spare time to worry about Krishna's portfolio? To each his own. To Krishna, what he has to take care of. To us, what we have to take care of. We have to take care of our honesty, our courage, our discretion. Let's say you expose yourself to some kind of an imposter who's named Krishna but is not actually Krishna. Correct? What would come out of it? You have in your complete honesty, with the sole aim of liberation from sorrow, exposed yourself, right? That's the only thing that you now want. I am so full of sorrow. I want to be freed. And if the fellow to whom you have exposed yourself, the person in front of you, if he is a fraudster, you will not get the liberation that you desire, correct? So the decision would be made instantaneously. You very strongly went to that person wanting just one thing. What is that? Liberation. And that fellow proved incapable of delivering you that one thing. So the decision is made. You need not remain with that person for long. You are liberated. And what has liberated you? Your own capability, your own solid and solo burning desire, which was to just be liberated. So if you just take care of your own side, that is sufficient. If you meet a Krishna, you will receive grace. If you don't meet a Krishna, you will at least be saved from imposters. So that is sufficient. And if you are not Arjun, if you do not have the right prerequisites from your side, then even a Krishna cannot save you. Even a Krishna would not even open up. We said that he's not going to try to save undeserving and unripe people who are still sticking to Prakriti. He says, you take your time. I'm not going to pluck you away from your mother. So the method of Krishna is just the method of wait, the method of patience. He does nothing. He just waits. He waits for the ripe one. And when the ripe one is there, his ripeness itself becomes the grace of Krishna. So even in the matter of grace, Krishna actually is doing nothing at all. Krishna is a witness, a timeless witness. If you are ripe, grace is yours. What have I done? I've done nothing. It's like a law. If you are ripe, grace is yours. And in this law, Krishna's personal intervention is not even needed. So grace is nothing. Grace is your own ripeness. Your own ripeness is the grace of Krishna. You are ripe. And what is your ripeness? It is not an event in Prakriti. It is a choice. Your ripeness is not like the ripeness of a mango, something with which duly and necessarily happens in time. No. Your own ripeness is a choice. You make that choice, grace is yours. You don't make that choice, nobody can help you. Krishna would just stand watching you.
Sir, all these emotions, I mean, if I put myself in Arjun's shoe, I continue to exhibit these emotions myself. But I find myself in a very difficult situation to be open about all these emotions in front of the real teacher.
Because you have self-respect to defend. We addressed this point. We said Arjun can express himself so openly only because he is no more competitive. You know, what is it we do? We compete even with Krishna. We do not want to be left too far behind Krishna. We do not want to be shown up as pygmies in front of Krishna. We say if we expose ourselves to Krishna, Krishna would know our secrets and laugh at us, and that would hurt our self-respect. In that way, you are treating Krishna as somewhat of an adversary. And how can he offer you his grace if in your eyes he is an adversary? On one hand, we call him a god. On the other hand, we treat him like an enemy. You compete only with enemies, right? If you find it difficult to open up in front of someone, for sure you are competing with that person. For sure you are afraid of that person. For sure you do not want to be shown up as insufficient or small in front of that person. That's the only reason why one does not want to expose himself. If I expose myself, he will know all my secrets. If he'll know my secrets, he will know how small I am. If he'll know how small I am, I will feel bad. Why? Because I want to be seen as big. I want to be seen as big by him. Why do you want to be seen as big by Krishna? If you know who you are, of course Krishna knows who you are. Nude, dude, nude. That's the way.
Right. Got it.
Drop it.
Sir, if I drop all the egos and emotions, now would that mean that I'll be able to do my prescribed duties that are
No, you don't have to drop something, or all that is moralistic nonsense. You have to realize that all those things exist, and you have to see that very sharply, as sharply as you can see my physical shape on your screen. Not just a vague feeling, a very clear realization of the process and contours of desire, existence, fear, greed, a very, very sharp seeing. That's what you need. Without that seeing, even if you try to drop or something, um, doesn't help. Don't have it in your mind that there is something to be dropped. You don't need to drop anything. You need to realize. And after that, certain things for your own good happen on their own. Realize your job is not to do this, do that, pick that up, drop that. All that is childish. No. Hmm?
right, sir.
Hmm.
Thank you, Acharya.
Welcome.